According to the Ghana Statistical Service, over 10 million structures were counted during the 2021 population and housing census. Out of this number, about 8.5 million, representing 80.2%, are fully completed, meaning that they are roofed and have windows and doors fixed. The remaining 20% are uncompleted buildings, metal containers and wooden structures, among others. The information was contained in the preliminary census report released by the Ghana Statistical Service. The document indicates that most of the containers dotted across the country are in Accra. This vendor sells phone accessories in this 4-foot container. He says even though he was exempted in the counting process, his container was captured.
Menyankubina olenki container ni rana mama na meyewe. Menini din komana eja ye chechi a bibia na mensa kan.
So how much do they pay, probably a month or even yearly?
Any the other mama 90 Ghana per month.
And for how many years advance?
I pay 2 years advance. If some uncle fear me da here.
Were you counted in the 2021 population and housing census?
Be counting me container no, but obi amba ha abe counting me.
Before, I was working for somebody and I worked with him for over 4 years. So within 4 years, I realized that I have to do my own. And I came and rent a small container, which was given to me 40 Ghana cedis a month. Within 2 years, the owner of the container see to it that my business is growing. So he increased the price of the rent to 100 Ghana, which is bad. From 40 Ghana to 100 Ghana. So I pleaded with him and he decreased the amount to 70 Ghana. And I agreed to pay. So within another 2 years, I planned that no, if I sit down, I will use all my profit to pay for rent. So I discussed with the owner and I bought the whole thing.
How much?
Which is about 3,500.
So do you pay for the land, I mean, where you are now?
He agreed and he told me he will give the container to me and I only pay for the land, which is 45 cedis a month. And I said it's okay.
And do you pay any amount to the district assembly?
No, because the container was already rented to me at the first place and it belonged to somebody at the first. That's why I didn't go for any permit from all this stuff you are asking.
I have been to Adabraka, La Paz. I am now here at Circle, the heartbeat of Accra, where even the smallest of container is renting for 400 Ghana cedis. Jacob has been speaking to me on how the arrangement is done.
We pay 400 cedis a month for the container. 400 cedis a month.
How big is the size?
I think it's 6 feet by 4 feet. That means 4 feet by 6 feet.
How did you get it?
There are people who own it. Some are for the AMAs, some are for individuals. So this land is for individuals. It's a family land. So those who belongs to them have to do the container and rent it out. So that's how. Then we have to go and meet them and collect the shop and pay to get a shop from them.
So almost everyone on these streets are paying that amount, 400 cedis or what?
Yes. Even some people pay more than that. Some pay 800, some pay 900. This area, concerning this area, some pay more than that.
Don't you think it's too high?
I think it's too high. But you see, we don't have choice because we are actually doing business. So, but that is why you can see some people might not be able to afford or have to go out of business because of the huge amount of the shop rent.
All right. So Ghana Statistical Service, in some few months ago, they do counting of structures. They count your structure too?
Yes, please.
And did they count you too?
Yes. See, for example, this place, from my own perspective, I think it's a residential place that has been turned up to be a marketplace. But it will also help if it is properly well designed, because we don't pray to have maybe fire incident, because of all these containers that are being jam-packed together. You might not know where the fault of the issue of the electricity might come from. So, but it will be good if there's a proper plan as to be a proper market where this you can go there and buy and people can acquire. I think that would be a very good thing if the government can do that.
We decided to take our cameras from the heart of the city to the Adenta municipality. So we're talking about Ghana's housing deficit, and I am here at the Adenta Smith Flat areas. And as you can see, I am within one structure which is uncompleted. Even though structures are in a well-demarcated layout, there are lots of uncompleted structures. The owners of these uncompleted structures do not live here. We met David, who serves as a caretaker of this uncompleted building in the Smith Flat enclave. He says the owner of the facility visits this place frequently, despite the fact that work had stalled over 3 years ago.
The man there sometimes, I take like 3 weeks now, then he can't work, then they go.
When be the last time workers come with and can't do pillars, they can't lay blocks, they can't do any labor work?
3 years now, 3 years now. But the day where they can build there, I they forget that day.
So essentially, until this building project they go on, they get coins. Meaning, say if it start to go on before you go get some coins.
Oh, I be with there here, so say people there here. So if you come and then they give us something, then you go back.
All right. So talk you when probably the next laborers go come then can't work again. Give you any insight.
Oh, you say a few times, then you go come back.
Unfortunately, we don't have any social housing arrangement in Ghana. That is why this thing keeps coming. And there is heavy...
Samuel Amegaibo is the executive secretary of the Ghana Real Estate Developers Association, and he has been explaining what has accounted for the country's numerous uncompleted building projects and the overall housing deficit in the country.
Everybody is migrating to the city, and unfortunately, we don't have any social arrangement for them. So it is time we work towards that. I mean, affordable housing has been a difficulty, but it is not difficult to do. It is just that we have not taken our time to look at the issues and taking steps to address them. And so there's issues keep compounding. But the private sector will do business. We are business people. If the environment does not, favor us to supply social housing and affordable housing, it is not our fault. But we are trying our best under the circumstance. Drive around town these days, you see it. From Accra to Tema, motorway, if you look on your left, before you get to the end, you see several kiosks, and they call them kiosk estates. And it will amaze you how much people pay to live in those kiosk estates. The last time I interviewed a lady who lives there, she tells me that they pay between 5 to 10 cedis a day to live in those, unfavorable conditions. To live in a kiosk at that price, no water supply, sometimes no better electricity, and also especially toilet facilities don't exist. But we are allowing these things to spring up without finding solutions to them. And then recently, our town and country planning department were upgraded into an authority. So now they are called Land Use and Special Planning Authority. They have been empowered more to do better. And so far as the laws are good, I think it is all about enforcement. So let all of us comply. When you want to build, take time and steps to acquire your building permit. Let you be guided. And that is all that you take. And everybody will have accommodation at designated places that are supposed to be for human settlement.
Out of over 10.6 million structures counted by the Ghana Statistical Service in the 2021 Population and Housing Census, a whopping 2 million are containers, wooden structures, and uncompleted buildings. I am Fred Duo reporting for City News.